Okay. Yep. I'm gonna push it this way. Okay, so I'm here with the zx6r, and I just previously de-extended it a couple days ago. There's all the extensions, but today, as I drop stuff, I turn this right there. I basically de-lowered it, so the handlebars were lowered about an inch. You can see right at that edge was where the old handlebars are. For the front, you got this bolt, the, oopsies, can I see it? Back bolts on either side. I ended up having to take this off and just kind of let that hang over there so I could get to this one, and that loosens up the handlebars. And then you got these two bolts right here. You loosen those, and then what I did was I had her on the rear stand, and then I took a long board like this and basically just set it right there, and just sat it up right against the exhaust. Took my jack and put it right about there and just raised the front end up. So the tire was off. It was still being supported by this back jack. And once you have all these loosened, careful, because someone, when I bought the bike, had stripped just the barely tip out of that. So you can literally just take your hand and wiggle them back and forth and they will drop out. I suggest kind of doing them evenly, because sometimes they don't like to go after an inch or a quarter of an inch. So as you can see, I just barely got them to this lip. Both of them. This one might be just a hair a bit higher up, but I don't think that'll make too much of a difference. Then the back, which was the biggest pain, it took me the longest time going from that back to stock. So I kind of did the same thing. I lowered it, then I took this piece of board, not that smaller, this is a little bit thicker, sat it about right here so I had some clearance. I was actually stupid and put it like that at first, so I slid it back, took my jack, wheeled it right at the edge here, jacked it up a little bit, and then here's the kickstand. I put a cylinder, a block of cement, right in the kickstand. So I already had it lifted up, put the block, and then just use this to jack it up the rest of the way. That actually worked. It kind of was a little bit wobbly, tilted, but if you have a second pair of hands, just it'll be a lot easier. I didn't, unfortunately, at the moment. Undid this bolt. These just hung. The whole thing sank down, and I just had to pump it up about 2 more times. Push this through. I used a hammer just to kind of nudge it through a little bit easier. And that was it. So that's how you de-lower a zx6r, since apparently no one knows how to do it. And there's my oil pan with it being lowered, extended, and everything. No, that's all beat up, so I got a new one of those. Oil's good, but yeah, that's how you do it. And then I gotta get a new one of these, because, you know, it's long because of that. Hopefully that helps.